Hey everyone, I'm working on another uh, issue around the house this weekend. So my wife said the oven is not heating up. So this is a Whirlpool. I'll put the model number in the section below. The top burners work fine, so I know the gas is getting through. But the oven, when you turn it on, it just stays at 100 and doesn't heat up. So I'm gonna take you guys through what I do to try to figure out what's going on here. The first thing I'm going to do is take this bottom plate out, and all it is just two screws, which I've already loosened up back there just with a Phillips. So I'm gonna take those out, and then I'll show you how this thing comes out. Okay, I'm gonna take this bottom piece out to get at what I think is the problem, is the igniter. So it's basically a coil that heats up and ignites the gas. So I'm thinking that's the issue. I'm gonna get this thing out. But she just... Okay. It's a little bit of a tight fit, actually. Okay, I finally got it. I kind of had to just wiggle it out. Probably what you're supposed to do is take out this housing over the convection fan. But I was able to get it out without that. So I'm just gonna lift this thing out. And I think what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna turn the oven on and just see if we get any glow out of the igniter, which is right there. So there's a little piece inside that should heat up, and that's what ignites the gas. So I wanna see what it does when I turn the oven on. Okay, so we're gonna turn the oven on here. We'll go 350 and bake. And let's see what we get here. We're looking to see if that element glows or not. So I don't see anything happening there. All right, I'm gonna give it another 30 seconds or so, but I won't make you wait through that. If it doesn't glow, I'll let you know, and then that's our problem. So we're gonna have to order that part. So I'll look it up. I'll put the part number in the comments below. Okay, so I was just thinking, I was looking at the top. This has a broiler on it, which you can see. Sorry, the camera work isn't great. The broiler's right up there, so I thought I'd try just turning the broiler on. That came on just fine. The heating igniter right there, the little element that lights up, that turned red. The gas kicked on, and it filled up, and there was flames coming out of there. So that one's good. I'm pretty sure the problem is the igniter down here at the bottom. So I'm gonna get that part ordered, and then we'll finish this video, and I'll put everything in the comments below in terms of the part and all that. All right, I'm gonna take this out and just make sure I can get at the electrical connector so I don't have to pull the oven away from the wall. I'm hoping that's the case. I can see it go down. I'm hoping I can get to it. But to get this off, there's just two screws right here. You can use a Phillips, or you can figure out, you know, what the socket head is for that. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that off, and then I'll be back. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. There's just the two screws. One was kind of tight though. So you can see this piece is kind of bent back up like this, but it's just sheet metal, so I'll be able to bend that back down, no problem. The good news is when I pulled on this gently, I was able to pull the connector out. So I'm not going to disconnect it yet. I'm going to slide the oven away from the wall a little bit and disconnect power, which is something I probably should have told you to do from the beginning. But before touching anything electrical, I'll do that. And I'm going to get this part off. I'm going to order a new one, and then we'll finish the job. Hopefully this is it. All right, well, 2 days later, I got my new igniter from Amazon, which is awesome. I'll put the link to the one I bought. I think it was less than 40 bucks. So just before I install it, I wanted to just check it on the ohm meter. So as you can see, I got the multimeter turned to resistance, and it is about 80 ohms. Now I checked the other one that I took out, what I thought was the bad one, and it was very high. So the resistance is way too high in this one. Set this down and I'll quick check it. That in. and you can see it is in the kilo ohms range. So that was really our problem. So I'm gonna go back and start putting this in just the way I took it out, and I'll be back with you guys in a minute here. Okay, so I got the oven back open. I just have it sitting in the box so it doesn't break because it is brittle. And I'm going to connect the electrical first and then fish that back in there, and then I'm going to connect it. You can see on the electrical connector, there is only one way that you can plug it in. So it is, it's sort of like a half moon type shape on there. So I'm gonna plug that in, it's gonna click, and then I'm going to install the 2 screws. I'll show you how I do that, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I just connected these 2 screws right here, and I'm just gonna tighten those down. Before tightening them down too much, I'm just gonna turn it on and make sure it works. So I will click this on. Let's do this. Oops, I'm trying to do this while I'm 3, 5, and bake. And we'll see if that thing lights up. Yep, so that's lighting up. I'm gonna give it a minute, see if the gas comes on, and I'll be back with you guys. All right, so the oven works. So I'm gonna turn this off and finish the job. So that was the problem. I'm gonna finish putting those screws in, and I'm gonna put the lower plate on. I'll show you if I have any problems with that, but it's basically the way I took it out. And I'll be back with you guys. Okay, I tightened down the screws and I pushed the wire harness back into that hole there. So I think we're good. We tested it, it works. Now the last part is just getting this bottom plate in there, and had a little trouble getting it out. So this might take a little doing. If I have to, I'll just take that housing off there. That's what's in the way. But let me give it a try and see how it goes. Okay, that was actually pretty easy. I put it in and I got this section down because it latches this way. And then the back section I was able to just kind of shimmy right over this thing. So I pushed it down. You can see the holes line up. Where is it? Right there. And probably can't see this, but right there. So I'm gonna put those last 2 screws in and then we're done. All right, well, I put everything back together, got the racks in, and that's it. So for about, I have to look, 35 bucks, I think, we were able to fix it. So I'll put the information down below in terms of part numbers and all that. Thanks for watching.